Hey guys, Shadney back with another process video for my Colorado Wednesday series where I'm going through the whole process of an entire album from start to finish so you can see the whole thing. So in this layout, I've got 5 photos that I've printed at 2 by 2. So then I'm going to go ahead and cut that branding strip off the bottom of my background paper. And then I've taken and pulled out a variety of, some of them are 6x6 papers from the kit that I built, and some of them are just scraps that I pulled from my scrap bin. And I'm cutting all of these down to 2" by 2". So sorry. No, I'm gonna cut them all down to 2" by 2". I'm gonna make little plus signs in a minute from all of them to do a fun, really textury background. And I really love how it turns out. Like, I was kind of worried for a second after the colors and stuff I pulled. I pulled pretty random, like, they all kind of look okay together, but I didn't, you'll see in the end, all my colors are kind of all over the place. So now all of them are 2 by 2. And then I'm going to use my grid ruler and mark the corners at 5/8 inch each corner 5/8 inch square, so that when you cut it down it's the plus shape. And 5/8 inch is just a little bit larger than 1/2 inch. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to make sure that's the right number. Yes, 5/8 inch. So then I'm going to go ahead and repeat that for all of the plus signs so that they're all little plus signs. And later I will cut some more off camera, just a couple more just to fill in. So now they're all cut. I'm going to cut some white paper down. My pictures are 2" by 2". So I cut it to 2 1/4 inch, and it was just a little bit wider than I liked. So they're 2 1/8 inch wide strips to make, and I'm going to adhere the photos to them to make them look like little photo strips. Especially because when I have a series of photos like this that are all similar photos, like it's basically the same photo but different faces or something like that. I like to do the photo strips because, one, you don't need large photos because usually there's like just a silly story. You don't need the up close personal zoomed in photos. And then when you do a photo strip, it makes it feel more like it's a collection of photos, like they all go together and it's a series. So I'm doing that with these because the ones on the left are all from one time, and the ones on the right are from one time because she was asleep. So I did it as 2 so that it kind of kept them together, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling now. So I went ahead and adhered the photos to the photo strips, to the white cardstock to make the photo strips, trimmed them down. Then I overlapped and adhered the photos together just a little bit, and then I'm adding craft foam to the back so that they'll pop up just a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to start just laying out and arranging these little plus signs all over the background. I'm going kind of in a diagonal from bottom left to top right. And before I lay them down, I want them to have a lot of extra texture. So I'm using my thumbnail and like kind of scrunching them up at the ends, just giving them some more dimension. And then whenever I do adhere them down, I haven't adhered any of them down yet. I'm just kind of messing with them right now. But whenever I do eventually adhere them down, I'm only going to adhere the very middle so that the edges still kind of stick up a little bit. So one thing I'm trying to be aware of the colors on the background so that I don't do like that mustardy yellow over the yellow spot on the paper, or like the light pink over the light pink, stuff like that. Just trying to keep it where they still pop off pretty well. And then just kind of moving them around. And then I will, like I mentioned before, I will go in and add a couple more or make a couple more in a minute off camera. I mean, I just edited that part out because you've already seen it happen, so I didn't feel like you need to sit and wait through it again. So you will see, I will have just, I think, 3 more just to fill in some space. So there we go. And they're all adhered down now. And I kind of overlapped them in a way, just however I wasn't uniform about how they lined up. It's just whatever fit together. So I went ahead and adhered these photo strips down. And then I'm going to go around and trim off the bits of the plus signs that overhang the edge. There we go. And then now it's time for embellishing, like all the background's done. I pulled out this Wanderlust wood veneer. It's from Memento. Sorry, not Altenew. Memento. And I got those at Tuesday morning when we were actually in Colorado. They're kind of perfect. So, and then I'm going to pull out these thickers. And again, this is where the colors, the colors are kind of all over the place. But in the end, I mean, I like how it turns out in the end. So it's totally fine. I was kind of questioning myself. I liked the shape of these letters because they were super skinny. So I just figured those would work really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down with Nuvo adhesive because obviously chipboard doesn't stick. And I know a lot of people get really upset about that. It really doesn't bother me because it makes it easy to move your letters around before you're ready to set them where they belong. So it does not bother me at all. I don't mind the chipboard not sticking. And then I'm just going to add another one of these little wood bits, or 2. Sorry, I forgot about the arrow. There's a little arrow and then there's a little round bit at the bottom. And then I pulled out my, is it One Canoe 2's? I think it's one of the sticker books, one of the American Craft sticker books. I put down a couple photo strips. No, that's not right. Word strips, phrase strips. They're next underneath the title, and then up there on the top. And so I'm kind of doing clusters on the right at the top and down at the left. And that little piece is an epoxy sticker from, it's not a sticker, it's an epoxy flare from Scrappy Happy Studio. And then I'm using a Stampin' Dimensional foam dot behind there to adhere it down because they're crazy sticky and amazing. Then I added, sorry, it's going really fast now. I added little blue stars to each cluster, and then I added another wood veneer over here and at the top, just so that each little cluster has a wood veneer piece. And then I pulled out some Nuvo drops in, it's just the white ones, they're white glossy Nuvo drops. I only have white and black, sorry, everyone else loves them. I'm not super on the bandwagon, but I do have white and black ones. So I pulled out the white ones and I'm doing some little Nuvo drops around in each cluster as well. And then that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to pull out some white cardstock, and I couldn't really write directly on the background because that big blue spot, and I wanted the word strips, but I didn't want to deal with printing and typing and all that. And so what I did is I just cut down little strips of white cardstock to 1/4 inch wide each, and then just wrote in with my pen, my journaling. And one of them I'm going to trim down so that it'll fit better. And then I'll just adhere those down with Nuvo adhesive and be done. And so that's my layout. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you and see what you like or what you're working on or anything like that. And hit subscribe if you want to see more, because I'll be going through this whole album start to finish. There's a couple more videos before, and then I'm going to keep going until it's done. So if you hit subscribe, you'll get to see all of that fun stuff. And then I have another video coming out on Sunday, I think, or the 20th, whenever's earlier, Sunday or the 20th. So, okay, sorry, rambling now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.